Hi, I'm Mom, and I have a face, not just a voice. And it's why I'm usually behind the camera, not just in front of it. I should have probably tried to pretty it up, so I looked half as cute as my daughter. But let's face it, that's not going to happen. So we're just going to roll with it. And I'm usually not very serious, but this is about my kid. And I'm really, really proud of her. And this is about rugby and what it's done for her. And that is pretty amazing. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about that. So, Libby wasn't an athlete. Not at all. In fact, she ran like Phoebe from Friends, you know, like that. And I didn't know anything about rugby. I didn't really even know it existed for girls. And I was an athlete all the way through college. In fact, had I known about rugby, man, I would have played it because it's cool. But Libby went off to club day at high school freshman year. That's when all of the clubs present to the freshmen about what's available for them. And that morning, Libby said she was going to probably join Gay Straight Alliance and drama and ukulele club because she's an amazing musician too. She plays a bunch of instruments, she sings, she's amazing. She also, by the way, is in several AP classes, gets phenomenal grades, works. She's incredible. Incredible. If you couldn't tell. So she came home, like, so did you join those clubs? She's like, yeah, I joined drama, I joined Alliance, ukulele club doesn't exist anymore, but I joined rugby. I'm like, rugby? Do you know what rugby is? She's like, yeah, it sounds amazing. I'm like, you know, it's like football without pads. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, sounds good. She's like, I can try it out and we don't have to sign up officially until we do a couple practices. I'm like, all right. Well, it stuck and it has changed her life. Libby was very shy, very insecure. She had really bad anxiety. And she fell in love with rugby. And rugby gave her a sense of confidence, purpose. It gave her this inner strength that I had never seen in her before. She started to believe in herself. She started to feel like she belonged and was a part of something. The rugby community has a sense of camaraderie that I've never seen in any other sport. And I was part of a lot of sports. There are girls that you would never expect to see on a rugby field. I always thought it would be a bunch of like raw girls that are just a brick house. It's not. There are tiny girls, short, tiny little things. Big girls, tall girls, short girls, girls that are full makeup and cute ponytails, girls that are butch. And they are a sisterhood. They support each other. Girls after games from both teams are like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I tackled you, but oh my gosh, you were so tough. It's amazing. These girls support each other. They grow socially. They get strong. They get strong in their heart. They get strong in their minds. It's amazing. And it has changed Libby. I tell people all the time, if they have a girl that is looking for something, searching for something, needs something, try rugby. I am so proud of Libby. She never would have done this channel. She never would have taken on a job that's retail and talking to people. She never would have made friends like she has without it. 1 year into rugby, into sports, she was on 2 state all-star teams. She's now a leader on her team. She plays fly half, which is a big deal. And for parents out there are big women's rugby scholarships available for college. Libby, I am so proud of you. Not just for rugby, for everything you do, for who you are. But in rugby, you know, God, you're amazing. I love you so much. So much I'm getting in front of the camera, and you know that's not common. I'm so proud of you. And everyone out there, give it a try. Go watch a game. All right, Libby can talk to you now. Tell you what it does for her. Tell you about the game. Watch some clips.
So, I joined rugby my freshman year about this time. Oh, it might have been oh my gosh, it was like it would have been like 2 years a week ago, wouldn't it have been?
I think so.
Yeah. So I've been playing rugby for 2 years. This is my junior year, so it'll be my 3rd year or my 5th season.
5 seasons? How does that happen?
Well, we have 2 seasons each year. We have our 15s, which is a longer game. It's, I think ours are about 40-minute halves, so it's an 80-minute game. And there's more girls on the field. And then in the spring, we have 7s, which is a significantly shorter game. It's 7-minute halves, and there's 7 girls on each team. Hence the 7s. So we have 2 seasons each year, which is really nice because it's a year-round sport, which I really enjoy, because with like soccer and softball, it was, you know, like a month or 2 out of every year, and then you didn't have anything to do the rest of the year. But now there's always practice or games and stuff, which I really like. Yeah.
Which do you like better, 15s or 7s?
Okay, so we've had 2 15s games now this season, and it is really hard to get back into the swing of things. Like, it's a lot easier to transition to 7s. There's obviously a lot more running because there's a lot less people on the field, but then it's also a lot easier to score, which I like, because that's my main goal. But in 15s, there's just so many girls on the field, it's hard to move and it's hard to get everyone organized, especially when there's a lot of new girls on the field, which we have a lot of new girls this year, which is good. I'm glad that we're getting all these new people into rugby, but it's difficult to try and control everyone. Not like control, but point them in the right direction.
Because you're a leader now.
Yeah, I'm a fly half, so basically I'm in charge of the whole back line, which all the back line does is pass the ball and run it and hopefully score. That's the main goal. I just said that. Fly half controls the back line. I work really closely with the scrum half, and I'll start just explaining the scrum half. They get into all the rucks and scrums, and they pass the ball to me, and they're a really big deal on the field. They're kind of in charge of everything most of the time. They're typically a super experienced player. And then I work really closely with them because they pass it to me most of the time, or that's their main goal. And then I pass it down my line, and hopefully we score.
Awesome. What position did you start as?
Weak side wing, baby.
And you've made it to fly half.
I made it to fly half in a year, actually. I started last year as fly half, which was crazy because I thought I'd be stuck as wing forever because that's all I ever did freshman year. But now for my team at least, I'm fly half, but for selects teams, they like to put me as wing.
Because you're fast.
Not really though, compared
you
to the
can
other girls.
Yeah.
I can tackle though. I think that's why they like me out there, because the other wings tend to be very tiny. They're fast, but they're not too big or intimidating. And then there's me. Like,
So you're
I'm like
fast.
twice
You're
their
fast
size.
and you can tackle
Yeah.
and you can pass, right?
Yeah. So for all-star teams, I've played with the Wisconsin Badger Selects, and I was a part of their first high school girls team, which is super exciting. So I'm so glad to have been a part of that, and I've played with them twice now. Once was in our home state, good old Wisconsin. And then the other time, we went down in the St. Louis area, which was so fun. I got to take off of school for a day and drive down there with my family, and then 2 days of rugby and touring a super cool college campus like Linwood, I believe it was. Linwood. And they have a phenomenal rugby team, and it was so cool to get to like meet all their players.
Cool.
They come from all over. So anyways, and then I played for the Wisconsin All-Star Selects girls high school rugby team. Tackling someone is like the best feeling in the world. I always feel so accomplished and so strong after I tackle someone, especially if it's someone bigger than me, which this past weekend at my match, I tackled someone significantly, like stronger and bigger than me, and I felt like I could take on the world, It's, I don't know. I probably sound crazy, but I don't know, like just knowing that I can get them down. And especially when you make a really fast tackle. Like, I think there's a few clips of me tackling in here, and they're like fast ones, but they're also really tiny girls, but those ones are fun because they are like nimble, and they can always like jump away from you. It's scary. But yeah, it just feels, I don't know, I feel really accomplished because it was something I really struggled with when I first joined rugby. Like, I was like, I don't want to hurt them, but now I'm like, I don't know, we'll hug after the game anyway, so I might as well just take them down now. I think we'll get into that later, but
Yeah.
Being tackled, on the other hand, is not as fun, but I don't get tackled, like tackled, I feel like, very often. I can hold myself up pretty well until I have support, but when you do get, like, tackled, it hurts. I have bruises all over me from getting tackled and then stepped on and stuff, but I don't know, getting tackled, I feel a little tougher every time, especially when you get right back up and you go and do it all over again. I just feel very, proud, like, yeah, I got whipped to the ground, but here I am up running, going and helping someone else who just got tackled,
Nice, baby!
I've gotten louder. I talk more. I am a very shy person. Believe it or not. No. I'm a very shy person and it's really hard for me to talk to people. But after joining rugby and meeting girls from all over the state and even all over the country, it's really helped me like open up a little bit and talk to people more, which is really good. It makes me feel not so isolated, which is nice. And I've learned to, you know, just like stand my ground, literally and metaphorically. We have a nice big old social lunch or, you know, snack fest, whatever you want to call it, right after the game, and everyone's hugging going, oh my god, you tackle so good, I hurt so much right now, you're amazing. And they're like, thank you, I hurt for when you tackled me. And then you hug, and it's so great, and everyone's so nice to each other because we're all playing this super weird sport that no one knows. You know, and it's like the only people we have are each other, and it's like, yeah, I just, you know, hit you, you just hit me, but you're cool, and you know, we're cool, and I'm having a great time being here with you. And it's just like so nice, like everyone's so nice in the rugby community except those few teams that are not. But we can just ignore them and look at everyone else. But I mean, it's like that everywhere, you know. Crazy, but everyone's so welcoming and so nice, and coaches on the other team afterwards will be like, hey, like I saw you did this, that looked really good, but maybe next time, you know, try this instead, and they'll coach you, and it's like you're not even their player, but they just want you to get better, like they want their girls to get better, because basically we're all just one big team.
That's really cool.
It's really nice. I like it. That's one of my favorite things about rugby, is just how close everyone is. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed me rambling about rugby and my experiences with it for a while. If you're interested at all in seeing more rugby, there's tons of stuff online on YouTube, and you can always look into your local league, which I highly suggest doing. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please, you know, leave a little thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want. I hope you guys have, oh Poppy, hush. I hope you guys have a great day, night, or doing whatever you're doing. Bye.